What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this video is about why is Lakeisha so mad at Tasha and Ghost. Now, yeah, Tasha may have did her wrong and wasn't the best of friends, but Keisha acts like they tried to kill her. Before we get into it, please hit the like. I'm trying to get 200 likes for this video. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. I'm trying to get to 20k subs. Now let's get into it. Keisha, and I'm not going to get into whether she's a good actress or not. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. A lot of people already got their feelings on that. But Lala, aka Keisha, she's been doing one on the show lately. First she comes, she's trying to stunt. She comes with the little glitter boots, stunting like my daddy when she jumped out the car with Tommy. And then she had on her little RoboCop glasses, looking like the #1 stunner. And so she's mad at Ghost and Tasha about what? Involving her in the game. But then she goes to dope dealer summer school with Tommy and is starting to learn about the products and what he sell, how much he sell, and what he's doing. So she's getting deeper into the game on her own than Tasha or Ghost ever involved her in, especially Ghost. And then she's got her little feelings for white chocolate, aka Tommy, and that's on her. She's involved in setting up someone to be murdered with Tommy, and was sitting there hiding out in the stalls while this girl was in there throwing up, puking her brains out, so that she could let Tommy know that it's okay for the move to be made. She was out of order, literally. And so now, once they got home, they wanted to have a little celebration, kiss and hug. And then Tommy tried to say, I need to bring Tasha in for this dirty part of the game and laundering the money. And she got pissed. She said, no, I know how to do it. I'ma do it. So now she's involving herself in it. Now that's one thing. At least she made the conscious decision. But you can't be so mad and holding this grudge and hating Tasha for something that you doing, and you really are pretty much thankful that she brought you into this, because if she didn't, you would be no use to Tommy. He wouldn't have had to protect you. You wouldn't have been in that relationship. Y'all wouldn't have been all cuddled up in the bed. You all on side of his little chesticles, all having a good little wet dream, thinking about little Tommy time. And so all the stuff that she actually is hating on Tasha, she should be thankful. She walking in with her little faux Sachi, and she's stunting with a little shopping spree, happy, talking about, yeah, I got rid of that negative energy. And Tasha tried to give her a heads up, saying, don't get in over your head like Holly. And then she just gonna hate. I ain't gonna make the mistakes that Red made. I see you still the same. Anyway, we won't be seeing you no more. What was that all about? How was she still the same? By still trying to give you a heads up? Yeah, Tasha had her moments and she tried to involve you in the game, but at the same time not tell you what's going on. Everything that you supposedly hate Tasha for, you doing it, and even more now. Now the situation with Tariq and his situation where he in trouble and need this money and stuff, and Ghost and Tommy is having their issues because they tried to kill each other, and rightfully so, depending on both sides of the fence. So she's trying to do paperwork. She's pretty much struggling. She got stuff all over the place. And so when Ghost comes to the door, she's salty at him and mad. And why is she so mad at him, but not understanding that Tommy tried to kill Ghost just as much as Ghost has tried to kill Tommy? Talking about, now I gotta be listening to him, Tommy, after he just tried to kill you and he just tried to shoot up your car thinking you was dead. Why I gotta listen to him? Yeah, I mean, I did try to kill him and I missed and killed Angela. I mean, what? Okay, yeah, he may have got me, tricked me into thinking to kill my own dad, but in the end, Tommy didn't have to pull that trigger. He could have tried to make Teresi skip town or anything. He the one that pulled that trigger, and so in the end, he got to blame himself. Plus, Teresi was a snitch. Tommy just met him. Tommy need to leave that alone into thinking that was his dad that's been there his whole life. He barely known this dude a month. And all of a sudden, it broke his heart to the point where he want to kill Ghost. Then when Tommy and Ghost trying to work together and make this work just for Tariq for time out, they trying to play together. When Tasha come in and she say, Okay, I'm gonna help you with running the books, make sure everything is good so we clean the money. She talking about some no. What's she saying no for? Why is she upset with Tasha about trying to clean this books and show you what the hell you doing? You don't know what you're doing. And more importantly, it's her son. So you gonna tell her she can't help with trying to get her own son back? And even Tommy said, look, we could use the help, okay? Hey, we could use the help. What are you doing? Hey, let her help, okay? And so she upset, all shooks and whatever. And then they come to find out when they was doing the books, Tasha realized Keisha don't know what the hell she doing, writing up something for 10 orders when she should have been making it look like it was 100 orders. So the money wouldn't have added up right. And Keisha was eventually going to get Tommy busted and caught up. And then she's talking about how she don't want to deal with Tasha, but then she all in Tasha business about whose little zigzag was. And she tried to tell her, you know, that was somebody I date, but she still want to get the inside scoop, knowing damn well that she hating on Tasha. And then she has the bad idea of asking Tasha, why don't you see if you can get that girl that was selling dope to sell more product? How much more can she move? So she just as dirty as Tasha is. And then when they was talking to little Kool-Aid wig bust down, then they saw that they had little grandmas in there shaking. You know, that was big draws galore, shaking right there, dropping it on the floor. They had this little skinny anorexic bartender sliding product all on the table, obvious as can be. I don't know what kind of customers this is. This is the crackhead strip club extraordinaire. Anyway, she just as bad involving this girl and deeper than where she needed to be. And then when the situation didn't go right and they didn't come back home with Tariq because they didn't have all the money, they came back to tell Tasha. And so Ghost explaining to Tasha about what happened. And of course, Tasha's pissed about what happened because they don't have the son back. And so she wasn't about to say anything, but of course, here come Keisha talking about, Tasha, you gonna say something or what? And so she just as bad in involving all these different people into the game, just like Tasha was doing to her. She's just a carbon copy of Tasha. While she's hating on Tasha so much in Ghost, it seems that she's learned and copied their playbook to a T. And so Tasha said, you know, reluctantly, I gotta connect. Ghost was upset about it, of course, because he don't want his wife involved in the game because she could end up getting killed or hurt or whatever the case. And so Tommy asked her, wait, where did you find out about this? And she say, I just found out today. I told you we ain't messing with them no more. This gotta be done. What does this have to do with making the problem worse for you? Because Tasha's selling weight or doing whatever. How does that have any effect on what you and Tommy is doing? How is that bringing y'all down? She made it seem like they were so shady and that's why they didn't want to be around them, where whatever they was doing had nothing to do with them. And so she involved Tasha deep in the game with Lil Ziggy, and Lil Ziggy turned out that his product had 2 stars on Yelp. It wasn't worth a damn. It wasn't really able to make that big of a dent. But while Tasha was there with Keisha showed she not ready for this, don't know what she doing, because as he left, he did have to take another look at that big ass caboose. But nevertheless, when Salt and Pepper was here, then next thing you know, she got spooked like she just saw Casper, the friendly ghost, for real. And so she like, they go to cops. And so Tasha had to tell her to go hide in the closet like R. Kelly, while she ended up handling the cops. Later, when Booty Lip Tariq was over here talking to the cops, next thing you know, she's talking with Ghost and them about how they ain't got enough money and this, that. So they trying to come together with a plan. And so while they coming up with a plan, and the plan was basically to rob the reception with Councilman Taint. And while they came up with that, she the main one talking about, well, what if that don't work? what are y'all gonna do next? So she's coming back up with backup plans. She just as dirty, just as grimy as everybody else now, is what I'm saying. No, she's not as skilled. No, she's not a professional, but she don't got the nerve to be hating like them. And then when we see Grim, hey, do these got any sugar? I thought he eats the sugar. Is he got sugar or what? And Tommy had to snap on him about, eating his mama's biscuits. Meanwhile, they went on ahead to, pretty much get the backup plan that Keisha suggested. Now, when we saw Ghost at the meeting and he was there to get, Tariq back and how all of that went, the next part of this is Benny, of course, we know, had came to talk with Vinny, all of these guys, with the rhyming names. And Tommy, he said, hey, good looking out on the kid. And Benny told him, hey, Ghost told me who really killed my cousin. He got a friend for life. And then Tommy was shook, and pretty much Ghost started thinking right then and there Tommy had something to do with this. He looked shook like a bowl of jello. Something ain't right. And all this scene was body language, where they didn't say any words. They gave each other the looks, and they've been around each other, and Tommy looked guilty right there. It's like, if you ever had a pet poodle and they done did wrong, how guilty they look. That was Tommy right there. And so Ghost, he already knew right then and there that Tommy had something to do with it, and Tommy kind of realized Ghost got a feeling that he know I'm the one that killed Proctor. And so when Ghost was really finally putting all the pieces together at Tasha's house, and he finally realized for a fact that it was pretty much Tommy without a doubt that killed Proctor, he told Tasha, and so they kind of reunited, at least on that common ground of what's gonna happen with Tariq and Tommy and all of this situation. But the tripped out part is Keisha. She was sitting there worried about Tommy, checking on him, whatever. When he came home, she was happy that he made it back. But when he told her, hey, I think Ghost knows that I'm the one that killed Proctor, she was like, oh, so what we gonna do? So you on the side of the murderer and the killer now, but at first, last season, you didn't think Tommy killed people. Now that you know he killed Proctor, now you all on his defense talking about, I killed Ghost myself. I ain't gonna let him hurt you. Wait a minute. So it's okay, you hating Ghost and Tasha, but at the same time, you gonna protect the real killer that has killed, you don't know he killed Holly, but he's killed Angela. You know that. You know he killed his father, and you know he's killed Proctor. So that's 3 murders that you know he's committed for a fact. And yet and still, you're fine with that, but you hating on Tasha, who hasn't killed anyone, and you don't know anything about what Ghosts did. But for some reason, you so done with them, you hate them so much, but you have gotten yourself in deeper trouble and in a worse situation than they ever put you in. They didn't tell you to start dating Tommy. If anything, Tasha told you don't get in over your head and to be careful with Tommy, giving you the heads up not to be with Tommy. And also, Ghost ain't put you in those situations or involved you in nothing. So the real question is, why the hell is she so mad? I don't get it. I don't think she should be that mad at Tasha and Ghost like she is. What do you guys think? I'm looking for the comments to see what you say. Also, check out the website, Jaymoorereviews.com, and fan page. I try to post as many of my favorite comments that you guys leave on that page, as well as new content weekly. Also, I want to thank all of my supporters and my Patreon family for all your support, and I appreciate all of your love and support. And last but not least,
thanks for watching.
Please
leave
a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe, and
I'll see you
in the next video.